Thank you for tuning in to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Incorporated. I'm your host, Steve Bergeron, and I've had a few requests lately on how to deal with the Thai clinch. If you're being Thai clinch, you're being controlled, or you're getting in position to get kneed, how to deal with that. I've trained with a John Mike Miles in Calgary, Alberta. I get this information from him. I got 3 fundamental ways I want to pass on to how to deal with a Thai clinch. I hope you like it. So first and foremost, when you're being Thai clinched, go ahead, Juan. When that's happening, he's putting pressure on your neck, then your chin comes to your chest, he backs up a little bit, he puts more weight, and then go ahead, Juan, put more weight. And then now I'm bending here and I'm bending at the neck. You don't wanna end up in that. So when you smell or sense that Thai clinch is happening, you wanna look up and throw your hips up to prevent the bringing your head down and breaking down the structure, because that's not what you wanna be in. So as a Thai clinch comes, you look up, you throw your hips up. So he's going to apply the pressure. So as I'm here onto the outside, one way to deal with the Thai clinch is I'm going to swim my arm underneath and swim my arm underneath. And now I'm in control and I have the dominant position on the inside. Very basic. You see the Thai clinch happening. You don't want your structure being broken down, so you lift up, you look up, throw your hips up to prevent being broken down and to get in a bad position to be kneed. So as a Thai clinch comes, I look up, throw my hips up, and even if he's nice and tight and heavy, go ahead and go nice and tight and heavy. I just take my hand, especially with MMA gloves, if you're in an MMA fight, it's very easy to just snake it in, and there's a lot of things you can do once you have inside dominant position. Second way to deal with the Thai clinch is if he's going for the Thai clinch, be heavy, and then I decide to go on the inside and he's preventing this and I can't quite get it. All I do now is I go on top. So as I go to the inside and he wants to shut me down, I just take this to the forearm, the bottom part of the blade of the forearm against the neck, and then hold on tight there, Juan. And all I do is I push, pull, rotate from here. And then the push, pull, rotate, because I'm pulling, I'm pushing, and I'm rotating. This is where I'm getting the break. Now he doesn't feel in dominant position, and I'm in good position to throw a knee in return if I would like. As a Thai clinch comes, go ahead, Juan. I look up, throw my hips forward to maintain upright structure. I go for the inside, he shuts me down. I bring this forearm to the upper part of the neck, bottom of the jawline. This hand at the forearm, I push, pull, rotate. I continue the pressure, and then here. And if he decides to change levels and go for the shoot, I still have this to maintain and control him anyways. The third way to deal with the Thai clinch is that second way, the push-pull-rotate, doesn't always work. You're gonna meet sometimes people that are very solid. It's not gonna work. So as I go for the Thai clinch, I keep up, I go push-pull-rotate. He's solid, it doesn't work. All I do now is 2 slight adjustments. One is the hand goes around the neck this way. This hand goes underneath the elbow. Then I take a step, and down he goes. This third way on how to deal with a Thai clinch, there's a lot of moving parts, so I'm gonna have to break it down in many different scenes so you get the picture, the whole gamut of the scope here. So the second way, how I talked about the push-pull-rotate, the second way in regard to the push-pull-rotate may not always work. If he's really tight and it won't work, I got a couple of adjustments to make now to go for my third one, which is now I go behind the neck in this fashion, and then I go underneath the elbow in this fashion, right here. To add to this rotate, I'm going to step. I have some footwork involved, and I'm going to break it down a little bit later on. I'm going to step here and then rotate. So once I step, rotate, and over he goes. The third way how to deal with the Thai clinch is I come over around. I may elect to do the third one. I don't need to go for the second one in order to change for the third one. I can just elect to do the third one, which is around the neck. I lift the elbow. So I pull and lift. Now my footwork is I'm going to step and then make a triangle with my footwork this way. Okay, so I have the elbow, have behind, I take that step, lift, and rotate. And that momentum brings him down. Again, one last time, he comes into the Thai clinch, I go around, I lift at the elbow, I pull at the neck this way, I need to step. Step as I start lifting, rotating, and down. What I want to talk about real quick is I want to chain the movements together. It's like a jump, right? I'm not going to go 1, 2, and then 3. I want to get a jump, chaining all the movements together. So I need to chain, so it's not a step, rotate, then a pull, then a lift. It's so you want to chain all that momentum together. So that's the third way how to deal with Thai clinch. Have a look. So there you have it, just 3 fundamental ways how to deal with the Thai clinch when you're in an MMA fight. There's a lot more to it. There's elbow strikes, knee strikes, there's control positions. So that's just a little snippet on someone gets a Thai clinch, at least have the fundamentals of not having a structure broken down, how to deal with it, how to get out, and I hope it works for you. As always, I look forward to seeing you in the mat soon.